I read Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers book, and within the course of 2 weeks, I landed my first client. I actually got my first Stripe payment for my agency. Now, this is an insane result because before this, I've been trying for almost a year and a half, and things were just not hitting right, you know? So I wanted to make this video to help others out, or who were stuck in my previous position where you've been going on for a while and things have just not been working out for you. So I recommend, if you've been trying things that haven't been working, just give this a shot, see how you go. Obviously it won't work for everyone, but how it worked for me was on the way to my work and on the way back. It's like a 2-hour train ride. So I just sort of read this going and coming back all day. And I'm only 70% done through the book, which is even better, considering that I didn't even have to finish the full book before landing my first client. And then between the train station and my home, where I'd had to drive back and forth, I would listen to a lot of his YouTube videos that he posts, which is great. So basically you can say over the course of 2 weeks, I just had Hormozi either, give me straight instructions from his YouTube videos or through his book, which is good. It was like a very concentrated period where I was just in a constant learning phase. Now keep in mind, I had to juggle both my work, my 9 to 5, and this learning for this opportunity. So it's great. The book is great. I really like how it starts with, it opens up with him talking about how he was in a really tough time, where he lost, almost all of his money, and how he recovered from that. So, and this kind of relates with, I felt like it related with me, where I was in a bad position, at least financially. So the book starts off kind of almost where you need it to be, where you're already in this down state where you've been trying and it's really difficult. And the book starts off there as well. And so you kind of take a ride together up to the top, until he shows you through how he ends up recovering from that, learning all the lessons that he needed to learn, and then how he ends up making millions. Now, obviously, we're not making millions right now, and hopefully in the future we will be, maybe at least 15, 20 years into the future, making $1 million, at least. Now he now makes millions per month, but at least the goal for me would be $1 million a year in 15, 20 years, which should be possible, because as I understand it, that your first 100,000 is the hardest, and out of the other hundreds of thousands, and your first $1 million is the hardest out of your other millions that you're gonna make. And it's just like anything, just like riding a bike for the first time, right? The first time is always going to be the hardest, and the times after it's going to be, easy. So yeah, the book's great, and obviously I'm not promoting Hormozi or anything here. He's massive. He doesn't know who I am. Maybe in the future we can meet, so that'd be cool. But yeah, I'll drop a link in the description for this book if you want to get it on Amazon. I really recommend it. As I said, I've been going on for a year and a half, and nothing really worked for me. And this was the thing that pushed me over the edge. Now, that's not to say that only this thing will land you your first client. But sometimes it's just that you need that one thing to push you over the edge, that one thing to fix, or to make things click. And for me, that was, how do you make a grand slam offer? What's that combination like? And that's what he talks about in this book, right? Is to make, how do you make, and it says it right here, how to make an offer so good people feel stupid saying no. And this worked out. I mean, I never really thought about it before. The offer, I always thought I had to have, confidence and all these other things, and a little bit of sales tactics and rejection handling, and you need all that. But it's funny, for my first client that I landed after reading this book, I didn't need any of those convincing skills or rejection handling. I didn't handle any objections. And that's because, as Hormozi says in this book, if you make offers so good, most of the time you wouldn't have to convince the other person. Your offer will do majority of the hard work for you to get the client over the, purchasing barrier. So yeah, it just opened up my eyes to a world that I didn't think was possible before. It also opened up my eyes to how people can, or other businesses, if you're selling B2B, how businesses can pay another agency, 10, 20, 30,000 a month. Like in my older state, like if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would think, why would they do that? It doesn't make sense. That's a lot of money. But then reading through this book, you understand that there's a value equation. And the other business paying the agency wouldn't be doing this if they weren't getting more out of it, So it's really eye-opening. Really recommend this book. It's great, and for me, this is only the start. Obviously, Hormozi has another 2 books. Haven't read those yet. So yeah, it's great. So if you're in a 9 to 5 and you want to escape, or if you want to just make a little bit of money on the side, I really recommend this, because that's what I was able to do, is to juggle both of those things and also learn and ultimately make money, right? We start businesses to make money. We're not starting charities. Charities are there to help. Businesses are there to help and also make money. So yeah, it's just a quick video. I hope this helps someone out there, at least one person. So yeah, thanks. Take care.